News Live First Alert Storm Team has issued a weather alert day.
Yes, we have, and it has been very slippery out there. Let's get right to the timeline first and foremost as we go through the rest of our evening. We're not done yet. This is going to last into the overnight, for some even into tomorrow. Snow and ice will all begin shifting east, and the rain will exit our eastern counties, and you too will begin to start seeing some frozen precipitation. Now, about after 3 a.m., we're going to see snow exiting for all of us. There is wind out there, and that wind is going to start whipping things like those power lines that we saw. And those power lines accumulate a lot of weight, as do tree branches, when that ice accumulates on them. So where we've had icing here in the Southern Valley, southeast and south central North Dakota, up and down the Red River Valley, and that's moving into Minnesota, as you'll see. Some of the winds are going to cause those things to snap, and we could certainly have some possible power outages as we go through the overnight and into the morning. Tomorrow, we'll start to see those clouds clear and conditions improve pretty much at the break of dawn. But we do have a continued winter storm warning, as you've seen crawling across the bottom of the screen. That has been canceled out to the west in the Jamestown area. That is where we have winter weather advisories surrounding this. So the worst of the conditions right here in the Red River Valley, where we've been telling you about. Now, as we take a look at the radar, some of the heaviest bands that we've seen right here where you see the whites. But we've gotten comments from you at home saying the radar on the app is showing snow, but it's not snowing here, it's raining. Why is that? Well, this is a composite radar scan, and it's seeing reflectivity, and that's all it is. And we're estimating where it's rain and where it's snow based on temperatures. So the radar is basically drawn with an estimated location of where stuff is. So we do have some bands of heavy precipitation moving into Crookston, Thief River Falls, but we do have a product on dual polarization radar here at Valley News Live that we can take a look at right now with you and show you meteorologically. We have a product that we can look at called target correlation. The beam goes out, both a horizontal and a vertical oriented beam, if you will. And if those beams come back with like information, the targets are alike. And if they're different, well, they show up highly different as red. So we definitely have some changes showing up out to the east. So there's still mixed precipitation working its way through. Fargo up towards Norman County and Ada, looks like heavy snow. But when we look at that correlation data, again, when we see these colors, the correlation is low. That means those targets are pretty different. We have some rain mixing with some snow. Where it's red, those targets are a lot correlated or a lot alike, and we have snowflakes. So looking down towards Sisseton, there's where that thunder and lightning and thunder snow was taking place south of you. Here's your current conditions. It's very white out there. As we take a look at our Valley Skycam, 21 degrees in Fargo snow and winds gusting to 29 miles per hour. And I'm going to switch the camera now real quickly and take a look at the Dakota Magic Casino, because we do see some more intense snowfall and precipitation on the radar. Visibilities there are also quite tricky. Now, a look around the region. Temperatures, well, nobody's warm, but the warmest of the year out here. Notice this white line. Here on Valley News Live, we like to track where that freezing line is. Now you can see it. It's right there in white for you. On to the right of that line where it's warmer, you have rain, still 42 in Badette, but your neighbors in Warroad and Roseau, not quite as warm. Freezing conditions at the surface. Well, the type of precipitation you get depends on the temperature of the atmosphere below the cloud. Up in the clouds, oftentimes they're snowflakes, but as they fall through, they can melt into this mix that we have. Here's your forecast this evening. Between now and 8 o'clock, not much changes. Moderate to heavy snow in the valley, and we'll be shifting to the east as we go through. Gusty winds, and as we go towards the 10 o'clock hour, notice that the ice is starting to take over, the rain is exiting, and so is the snow. So prolonged periods of moderate to at times heavy snow, and the accumulations will be most consistent as we go through the nighttime hours. Additional moisture from this system up to around a ½ inch to an inch, where you see the dark blue colors. The light blue areas will pick up to around a ½ of an inch of additional liquid moisture. 4 to 8 inches of snow northwest Minnesota and Grand Forks, Polk County, all the way through Pennington and Red Lake counties and the Fargo-Moorhead area. Good shot at 2 to 5 inches. But again, elevated amounts in northwest Minnesota expected, with the icing potential causing power issues shifting off to the east tonight. Here's your photo of the day. This one from Crookston, and this weather is kind of for the birds, but a beautiful sight indeed. We do improve, but as we start our Saturday, will improve to around 40 degrees in Fargo. Then on Palm Sunday, 44 degrees. Andrea, it looks like we'll be near 50 by Monday, but another chance of precipitation entering the forecast period next week. And again, just off the calendar here, we're watching another pretty potent potential storm for Friday and Saturday of next week.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to know about that.
We're watching
I know
it,
it's
that's
your
all.
job,
A lot can change.
Yeah, too much at once. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.